Hey YouTube, so I bought a new vehicle and this is it, the Tenacity-T. I'll explain why I bought it. Now that you guys know I'm kind of an Arma fan. I do still like Arma, but I'll explain why I bought this rig, this truck. But let's go over some of the reasons I like it. It's pretty fast. Brushless power, a 3800 kV brushless motor, 130 amp ESC. The ESC is the high point there. The motor, as everyone has noted, runs hot, so we'll have to work on that. Reason to buy this car: this is based on their 10 platform, so parts, upgrades will be exceptional. AVC, precision control. This is the control. There's a gyroscope in the receiver, and when the car is fishtailing, it will adjust steering and throttle input to keep it going straight, to get it going straight. That's what that is. It's like traction control. That's included. It includes a first-person view camera cage, no camera, and no view. You put those, but it comes with the cage, so it can do that. It's ready to go to do something like that. Let's see what else. Another reason, as you know, it's got the active vehicle control, but it also has this controller with this special technology you can add. These are, not necessarily, these are not really cheap, I don't think, but you can buy a special receiver. It plugs into the motor, and you can get your speedometer. You can put that on, or you can do a full dashboard which has the speedometer, as you can see here, and some other readings like temperatures and stuff like that. So that's something you can get with this car. I went with the green one. My son likes green. As you can see, the white and green. Here are some other pictures. We'll get into that in just a minute. There you go. It comes off of the 10 platform. This comes in a monster truck and a buggy platform. This is the one in between, the truggy. I'm a basher, so I kind of like the truggies anyway, and it's a good looking design too. It's a really good looking truck. I like it. Brushless, speedometer option, all those things we just went over. Oil filled shocks. They're composite, just like my Typhon, etc., etc. Alright, so let's open her up. I've already opened it, I've already taken it out, already looked at it, but I put everything back for this video. So anyway, here we go. This is everything that's included. It's your bag of parts and instructions, and here is the car. Let's pull it out. Obviously it's not attached because I already did all that. And let's pull this box out as well. Alright. Here is the Tenacity. The Tenacity-T, the truggy. Okay. Standard bag of parts and a few extra things in here. Your instructions. We'll just toss those back in. Now some of the parts that we need to talk about. As you can see, I've already opened it. And you can see there's an actual grub screw for a pinion gear, which is included. And this is how you get to the 50 miles an hour. Here is the first-person view camera cage. There's that kit. We'll toss that in there. Then also in this kit is an extra connector to put in between your motor connectors for the RPM readings and stuff like that, speedometer, telemetry, I guess you'd call it. There's your bind plug, pinion gear, extra pads for the 3S batteries. It comes with the pads for the 2S already in it. We'll get to that in a minute. Then you got this box. This actually comes with batteries for the controller. And here is the controller. Toss that down for a minute. The DX2E. This has a lot of features built in. There's your power switch, steering and throttle, normal and reverse. It has throttle limiter switch starting here. low, which is 50% power, medium, 75% power, and to the right, 100% high. It has an auxiliary switch. I don't even know what this is for or what it could do. I believe that's for lights. The buggy comes with lights, so I'm just assuming that's a switch to turn on the headlights. Your bind button, steering trim, throttle trim. There's your AVC steering rate. Okay, AVC and steering rate, so there, we'll look into that. There's the controller. Comes with battery. So let's pop this off and take a look at some of the reasons why I bought this truck. Some more reasons why I bought this truck. It's Losi. Losi is a major racing brand of RC cars. So it's got a lot of backup as far as that goes. It's the 10 platform. I'm not even entirely sure it's the chassis, how many parts that means necessarily, but I know it will be a lot. So parts will be very easy to get. Upgrades, easy to get. As far as expense, I don't know. They won't be as cheap as Armas, I don't think, but let's get into this car. The shocks right out of the box, this thing is great. Lands well. Everybody has noted that the ride is exceptionally good. Now the shock towers are plastic. Look at that. So, you know, as far as bashing, where we will be testing these shock towers for sure. So, reason to like this rig is the ESC 130 amp. That's better than the Typhon, which is right over there, which is only 100. So the motor runs a little hot, so we'll have to work on that. That is an immediate, you know, kind of concern and possible, you know, I'll get a fan and heatsink for that. Another reason I like this car. Okay, look at these suspension arms. First, they're very thick and beefy this way. Second, they're pretty thick and strong horizontally as well. Third, the shock is captured in the arm itself. Unlike the Typhon, the shock is attaching to the front. So, and I've already done this, you bash a rock right there on the end and you're going to be bashing your shock. And I've actually taken a little chunk out of one of my shock ball ends. So anyway, I like that cars that do this, that do captured shocks, shock screws. It has metal drive shafts. These are dog bones. The Arma has plastic. Plastic, like I said, composite shocks. These will be harder to work on. You're going to need screws to do undo this, all that kind of stuff. The Arma's insanely easy to work on as far as that goes. I think this car will be just as easy as the Armas, because look, there are not a whole lot of screws on the underside. Not a whole lot, you know. I bet you pop off four, and you can get to a lot, or, you know, pop off a couple, get to a lot more. If you notice, the pinion gear is covered. I might be able to step over and grab a screwdriver to show you that. The mesh is very good. It is listen to that. You can't really hear it. The pinion mesh that they have this set at is very good. Here's another point of contention. This grub screw, it goes all the way through, but people say this thing has a tendency to back out. I don't know about the front one, but at least at the back for sure. So they end up replacing it with an actual screw so that it goes all the way through, and then it kind of puts pressure on there. Anyway, so yeah, reasons I like the car. So these are all reasons to like it. The servo, point of contention, I hear it's pretty weak. It has a plastic steering horn, plastic arms, unadjustable. All this stuff is unadjustable, but again, this is off of the 10. It's Losi. You can just parts, forget about it. You can get parts for sure. All of the parts, all of them. The battery box, let's look at that. The battery, how we work it is like this. They give you this, but a coin would work. You do this, and then you can pop it open. There you go. There's your pads for the battery. This is set up for 2S. And there's the other side of the motor. Now, what I do like about this compared to the Armas, this actually has a center diff, and I believe it's a center diff. It is not a slipper, and so you can adjust the oils in that, and it is metal. The pinion is, and it's mod 1. You know, I will step over and show you that, I believe, but so I can show you the pinion mesh, how quiet it is from the factory. Okay, so this is EC3, I believe. Yes, EC3 connector. So I will almost certainly be replacing that. Uh-oh, sounds like we got another package arriving from somewhere. So yeah, there you go. There's the center diff. It's all covered. Unlike the Arma, which uses a slipper clutch, and the point of contention on that Arma big time is the drive housing, the drive pod that you have, the way they designed it. Gets rocks in there and they just don't come out, and you end up ruining the spur gear or a pinion or both. I just did it the other day. In fact, I mean, seriously, just yesterday, I ruined a spur gear. So yeah. So yeah, this will be better than that. Let me see if I can get a screwdriver here. I need a small one. So yeah, let's take a look inside. There you go. There you go. It's nice and covered. So there's, listen to that. You can't even hear it. How good is that? That's really good. I like that. So yeah, bearings are just going to be standard bearings. I don't think they're sealed. So we'll definitely talk to get a package from Eddie's. Fast Eddie. And he certainly has it. In fact, I've already looked. I'm sure he does. Oops, there we go. So these are reasons why I like this car. Has a nice wing, good looking wing. Little washers there. If you notice, drive shafts in the middle, dog bone, metal. You know, tough stuff. This you can get. Like I said, the upgrades are really easy to get. Another one is these support arms. You can replace those with something stronger. That's something people do. Looks like it attaches in the middle too. This is nice. So this is actually this design, this chassis to or what do you call it? Tower to tower brace. And these braces, those are in the Kraton. People say Creighton, but I think it's Kraton. You know, and here it is. This is a Losi car. It's just built that way. It's just built that way. You know, it has the tower to tower. It's made. It was always made that way. With the Kraton, they did it later, I think. But anyway, so yeah. So there you go. They got the oils in there. They feel pretty tight. Pretty tight. Maybe 10,000. Yeah. So then you got the center diff. Everything is really nice about this car. Now, for the final reason why I bought this car. On sale. It is on sale for $250. Everything you get, $250. This is a ready to run, $250. I couldn't believe it. Now, here's what's even better. I got mine off of eBay from I think it's Omni Hobbies. They're listed as being in Champaign, Illinois. So, and a few others. Horizon Hobbies is actually one that was putting the discount on the car, you know. So everyone that was going through, it was participating dealers only, essentially. So every dealer, since Horizon has Nexus, what's called Nexus in California, they got to charge tax. If I'm in any other state, they wouldn't charge tax. As everyone knows, in the United States, tax in California sucks. $250, you're talking about close to $22 in tax. So, you know, that bumps up the price, and it's just, it's crazy. So I contacted all of the sellers on eBay. Omni, they bid. I asked them if they would make some kind of accommodation for the tax, and they did. They gave me a $20 discount, sold it to me for $250 delivered. It came in one day because it came from California, ironically enough. It came in one day. I was expecting it in 1 week. It came in one day. So I actually missed the delivery. It was yesterday, and today I got it. So here you go. This is the Losi Tenacity. It's the Truggy. This is our new little fun thing. Again, I got green because this is going to be a little bit of fun for my son. We'll be able to dial it down for him so he can learn and get better. And I will have the Typhon. I've already fixed my spur gear and slipper. So yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna have our 2 cars out there having fun at the old bash spot. We'll see how this guy, it looks pretty wide open, so rocks and stuff might just fly right on through and fly right on out. It looks, I don't know, the Typhon seems to capture them and then they get into trouble. This looks like any kind of rocks are just going to be bouncing around and they'll bounce right out the back. So I'm looking forward to trying out this truck, guys. I am still an Arrma fan. I am going to get more Arrma cars, but at $250, active control, everything else, I just had to get it. I had to get this truck. So, there you go. Looking forward to having some fun, and we'll see you in the next time.